Hey there. How are you?
All right, how's it going?
Good.
Anybody
Good.
else?
Yeah. Did you get to the beach today?
Not today, no. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
I was at a park over the beach pushing omelet on the swing for a half hour. That was nice.
That's not bad. A little dose of ocean air at least.
Yeah, at least cleans out the sinuses. Oh, look, there's some people. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Xuanzang's Tower. Glad to see you here.
Thank you.
Another.
We're glad to be here. Thank you for hosting.
It's so good to hear from you, Kat. Um, Thank you. And we're looking forward to a evening slash morning, maybe afternoon somewhere of exciting classes. First is Mr. Words. There he is in person in class. And I thought you got a webcam for a second. And then we've got a Q&A, a fantastic Q&A. So, do you have a homework ready for us, Mr. Word? All right, good.
We should only use one mic, right? Can you hear? Can everyone hear me?
I think I can hear you. Right?
Oh, it's this mic.
Yeah.
Well then. Okay. All right. Is everyone ready?
No.
Perfect. Neither am I. Okay. Another exciting addition of difficult points. So we're doing a mind only book by Jason Kappa, and it is hard. And you're not going to know any of the answers. Don't worry.
Yay.
I don't really either. All right, question one. We're talking about the part of your mind that's messes up the rest of your mind. All right. We are in
Brain.
me. We are in a section of our text that is going through the different considerations concerning the negative consciousness, all right, the messed up part of your mind, as outlined by Master Vasubandhu in his 30 verses. Currently, we are on the fifth of those considerations. What is the question it asks? What are we talking about?
Where is the Nuni?
I know what the answer.
What about the Nuni? What she said? Where is
Where
it?
is it? Yeah.
What is it? Kinda.
What do you say?
He said, "What is the Nuni?"
Yeah.
We kind
Well,
of
That.
yeah, Oscar. We already did what?
Sir.
It's it's a little more specific.
Where? Where does it
Yeah,
locate?
yeah.
Where,
Nuni,
in which
Nuni.
realm?
Where is the Nuni? Yeah, what level is it on, or what level does it exist on? Uh,
Related to the person.
yeah. What exactly? What level of reality is the negative conscious of a person on with respect to that person? I guess that's a question. Yeah. Uh, okay, good. What was Jason Kopper's answer to the above question? So what level is the neon?
Wherever the person has been born, the Nuni would be in
Yeah,
that same level.
you're right. Do you pay attention in class or something?
What if they're meditating?
It's still on the level they were born in.
Oh, why?
I don't know. Negative consciousness is on the level of reality that the person who has that negative consciousness was born into. Yeah, that's what Jason Kappa said. And Master Vasubandhu. Okay, 3. What is the next of these considerations, and why is this and its predecessor a little strange as concerns the outline of our book?
That's a cool question. I have no idea what the answer.
I don't know about any of this. It doesn't matter.
Well, one day when you're after you die, you'll be saying, God, I wish I knew.
I confused Oscar, which was the point.
Is it, where is it? When does it gets turned on or turned off?
Yeah.
Good.
That's that's the current consideration. That's number
Good.
6.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. But why is it weird? This concerns the outline.
I don't know
I can't say
Yes, you told me.
it. I don't know.
Jason Kappa doesn't mention it in the outline. That's why it's weird.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tricky. This and the last one, he doesn't mention in the outline. He mentions the
Alright,
first
okay.
four considerations, but not 5 and 6. I don't know why. So the next consideration is when the negative consciousness stops. It is a little strange because although Jason Kappa discusses them in our text, he does not include them in his outline of the topics to be discussed.
Good.
He does include the first four.
Good.
Yeah,
We know.
that's all. All right.
Teo.
Tibetan.
Oyo.
Yeah. No. No. What does Kangduke Pateo mean?
Say again?
What's the day referring to?
If I told you that, you'd know, you'd get the answer.
whatever is born into.
Yeah, whatever level that
Yeah.
person was born into.
Day is Sa, actually, I think.
Yeah, that's
Sayo.
that person's level.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and O is just the end of the line. Okay.
Yeah.
Whichever level that person was born into.
By the way, I think it's the only triple. Diphthong means two vowel sounds in one syllable. Like,
Yes.
and it's very rare to have three in Tibetan.
It is.
If you want to show off in a hangman game or something. Okay.
Triu, like a little monkey. Triuis,
You can say that.
a little monkeys.
Huey of the little monkey.
Yeah, the little monkey. There's another one.
If you had a end a sentence like that, it'd be trio.
Trio,
We have four.
the little monkey. Period. Okay.
The little monkeys, period.
Period. Okay. True. All right. Jukndo. What does that mean?
Stop the wheel. Turning the wheel backwards is what it means. And
It does. In Wheel of Life book, it means when does the wheel starting and stopping the wheel or something.
Yeah.
In
Forward progression and backwards progression.
exactly. In this one, it refers more specifically to when does the negative consciousness function, or when does it start and literally start and stop, or something like that.
Okay.
When it is functioning. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, the next one's long because we're running out of
Things to write.
vocab. Okay. Wang Tope, Jangchub Sempa, Sagepa Yenche. What did that mean?
all up to a bodhisattva who has achieved the level of the 8th level.
That would be Menche.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Yenche, the levels. Up to
You're super close. One word off.
Isn't it above?
Yeah.
Eighth. You have to include the one mentioned.
Yeah.
Eighth and above. Yeah. It's tricky.
Yeah, two got
It's
it.
tricky.
It's
8th
people on
and
the
above.
go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah.
People who have achieved the power
Yeah.
on the 8th bodhisattva level and up.
Good.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Menche.
Okay.
Are there eighth level bodhisattvas who have not achieved power?
Maybe.
I think there are.
Okay.
I think there's two kinds.
Really?
I believe so.
Those who have
Yeah.
achieved power and those who
I
have
was
not?
worrying about it lately.
Oh.
Okay.
You were, yeah, I'm worried about level 0.
Okay.
You worried about level 8. Okay. Okay, here's our translation. Mine.
Can you read?
Student translation. How about that?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. I'll read that's Chinese. Hela tangpu ni tsokjuk tsemala chingwe ne che ne kune nongmongpa sakpa hang chepar che la nipa ni tsokdruk ki tema taken che ne rang gakto ni namshi ki chima kewe konje pa yinte.
Nice. Let's see here. Dela Domini. Actually, he had just mentioned two different kinds of nyunyi. So nyunyi is the negative part of your mind. It's 1/8 of your consciousness. And it's focused on your refrigerator, your karmic refrigerator, which is the seventh part of your mind. It focuses on it and it takes it to be a self-existent me. And then because of that negative part of your larger mind, you do bad things, you hurt people, things like that. So, and that nyunyi, that negative state of mind, is divided into two types. And in the last paragraph, he gave you the two types. And now he's going to say the first one is this and the second one is that. Do you remember the two types?
No,
Right.
I tried to look and I was
Okay, here it is.
couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, this is difficult.
Yeah.
This second is impossible. So, today's a bad day to come here. Nini Nite. Read this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Nini.
It's not on the screen again. You want to share your screen?
Oh, no, it's okay. Just read it.
Okay.
Nini Nite.
Okay. Yeah. The data chena ni te ngar sempe yitang hematakpe yito.
Yeah, so he's dividing this negative consciousness into two parts, two kinds. One is the one that looks at your storehouse of karmic seeds and says, that's me. Okay, and it has a strong feeling of me and that causes trouble. But then he mentions a second version of the same state of mind, negative state of mind, and he says that's called just after mind. That's called just after mind.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then it needs explanation. Okay, then we go back to word. Yay! So the first one, okay,
Okay.
which is what?
Just after mind?
No, yeah,
You mean the Nuni?
yeah, the one who's looking at me, the one who says me. Okay, the first of the two forms of negative consciousness. Okay, the first one creates a condition, ne chene, right?
Uh-huh.
That binds us good to the six, to the tsema of the six of the collection of six of this, the collection of six consciousnesses.
Oh, the signs?
Yeah, meaning probably the objects.
Mm.
Okay, the signs. Okay, so when you perceive an object, you see signs. You never see the whole object. Your eye is jumping around. You see black, you see ear, you see chin, you think Stanley. Your mind fills in Stanley. So okay, so it's attached somehow to the indicators, senma, of the six kinds of awareness. So there are eight total consciousnesses. 6 are the normal ones in the Heart Sutra. 7 is the negative state of mind, and then 8 is the karmic storehouse. Okay, yeah. So the first one, which is what? The one that's
The one that
what do we call it?
Nuni, negative consciousness?
Yeah, no, the one that looks at the one that looks at the refrigerator and says, "That's me."
That's me.
Okay, that state of mind creates an opportunity to be you said bound
Yeah.
bound to the indicators
Mm-hmm.
picked up by the six consciousnesses. Okay,
Mm.
and therefore it becomes kunenya mumba.
Totally negative.
Yeah, yeah, makes us kunenya mumba, right?
Mm.
Makes us kunenya mumba. Okay,
Mm.
messes us up. Okay, now he's got a weird one. Okay, what was the second one? Do you remember?
The right after one?
The one right after, and that's all he said.
Mm.
It's a state of mind just after it. Negative consciousness, which is the 7th of your consciousnesses in the mind-only school, has a second form, which is called the just after form. And here he's going to define it. Okay, Nipani, the second one.
What's second name?
Is, yeah, secondly, so druki dema takian che. Now that's weird, okay?
Mm.
What's a dema takian? It's one of the
Four.
four conditions in the second chapter of the Abhidharma Koshana.
Think the condition of what is triggered right after the consciousness perceives something.
Close.
Yeah.
It means the factor which triggers something just after. Okay. So Dematakyan means just after and a just subsequent condition, but it doesn't refer to what comes just after it. It refers to the condition that triggers something just after it. Okay. All right. So supposedly the negative part of your mind triggers something else just after it. Okay. And somehow that's important enough to say it's separate. Okay. What does it trigger? Let's see if he says here. Chene, rang gakto. This is very, very intriguing, and I have no idea where it's here. Yeah, rangakto. Rangak.
On its own, it stops.
It stops. Okay. That moment of awareness stops.
Mm-hmm.
And due to that, to, okay, because it stops, it gonje.
It begins, it splits on.
This nje means opens an opportunity. Kokap.
Yeah.
Kokap. So it opens a chance. It gives a chance. It provides an opportunity. Gonje. Okay. For what? For the next moment of consciousness. All right. The ending of a certain part of your negative state of mind from moment to moment provides an opportunity for the next moment of consciousness. And I never heard of this. And I don't see how they got it. And it's gonna play a major role in the whole discussion today. And I don't get it personally. I could see where if the karmic refrigerator stopped, that might
Makes sense.
create something in the next instant or something, But I don't see why specifically a negative state of mind should be responsible for your general awareness to continue. I don't see why. See what I mean? When this negative state of mind blinks out from moment to moment, in that millisecond, it provides an opportunity for normal consciousness to arise. It's difficult. It's really difficult. So, in this kind of a situation, when you're halfway into a book, you just say, let's go ahead and see if it clears itself up. And if not, we'll all forget about it. Okay.
That's what I do.
Yeah. So the first one is expected, right? What was the first function of your negative consciousness?
To look at the foundation conscious and say, it's me.
Yeah, to look at your karmic refrigerator of all your seeds and say, that's me. In a mistaken way, along with four different
mental afflictions or negative
four
emotions.
Different negative emotions are triggered by thinking that's me. Okay. All kinds of pride and arrogance and fighting with other people. Okay. But why it plays a major role in the continuation of awareness is weird. Okay. That would imply you couldn't keep thinking if you ever got not negative. You see what I mean?
Yeah. And that's a big argument later, right?
But that's weird.
Yeah.
If you ever stopped your negative awareness, by the way, that's the section we're in. We're in the discussion of, can you stop the negative part of your own consciousness? And then he says, by the way, the negative part of your consciousness provides an opportunity for the consciousness of the next moment. So do you want to stop it? That's just weird, right?
Starts to get into like the argument about if you achieve nirvana, then do you just believe that?
It harkens back to Abhidharma mistakes, but those are 3 schools ago. Okay, let's keep going. That's the only thing you can do when you can't understand anything.
Does it say it's the only thing that triggers the next consciousness?
It does not say that.
Okay.
Next paragraph word.
Yay. Okay. Chiketu tela ini ni te tematape ken jepe nesuk gyurpe chir nampar shepe gakmatakpe Yi che jawa nampar shepa kewe ne tang.
Yeah, good. GK2, so he's going to quote somebody to back up what he said about what? Two types of negative consciousness. Okay, he's going to, and by the way, in his presentation, which one comes first?
The me.
Me.
Yeah, the me thing. And then comes the providing opportunity for the next moment of consciousness thing. Okay. When he quotes scripture, it's reversed. Just so you know. Okay. So which one do we expect now? It's going to be a scripture which supports the idea that the negative consciousness provides
An opportunity.
an opportunity for the arisal of normal consciousness in the next instant. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, which scripture is he quoting?
Tektu.
It's Word's book. I think it's Word's book. Let me go look.
I think it's Tektu again.
And let's go see here. Oh, you're right. Sometimes he's right. Okay, Mahayana Sangraha.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I can't see your whole. I can't see the.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Let's just check your translation. You want to read or have someone read? Oh, you read already.
I read.
Jikido de la yini nite. What's that mean? On the subject of negative consciousness, it has two aspects. Good. Tematapiken chepe. Yeah, you see, because it provides a just subsequent factor. Because it provides a factor for what comes just after it. Okay. That's called dematakya.
Yep.
By the way, those are normally mental.
Mm-hmm.
A mental state which provides an opportunity for the mental state of the next moment. And in Abhidharma, that's crucial. Why?
Because that's where it's about perception and how you perceive things, right?
Deeper than that.
Who's past life?
Huh?
If who's past life?
No, well, that's a good guess. That's a pramana.
Doesn't it prove?
Becoming
Doesn't it prove?
Yeah, are you? Yeah. How can a normal consciousness suddenly act as a cause for the next moment in which you see ultimate reality directly? Because they are so dissimilar. How can a normal state of mind be a dematakyan, just preceding condition for the direct perception of ultimate reality in the next moment? And that's a reasonable concern if you're an Abhidharma person. Because why?
Because you want to see it.
You want to trigger that.
Yeah.
If there's some state of mind that would trigger the direct perception of ultimate reality and get me out of suffering forever and help me save all other beings, then it'd be nice to know how I get there. You know, how do I trigger it? Okay? Okay, good. Guess what nesakirpa means?
To transform, right?
I would say somehow it provides a space.
Really?
You see what I mean?
I thought it was short. I thought it was long for nakure.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
But here, I think it's the idea of Geshe to offer an opportunity.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
okay.
I think. Number shepa gagmata. What's that mean?
When the consciousness ceases. Stop.
Yeah, just after consciousness stops, that state of mind, yeche jawa, the thing called
Yi, which is negative consciousness.
chitta, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it chitta? Manas. Sorry.
Manas.
The thing called manas provides a place. You see what I mean? Provides a place for the arisal of normal consciousness.
Okay.
Okay. So that's the second function that we read about above. Okay. Somehow your negative awareness provides space for your whole mind to exist in the next moment. But that's got lots of problems in it. Because then if you get rid of the negativities in your mind would have to stop. And we're not in the Abhidharma school. We're not in the school that says nirvana is when you stop. Okay. All right. Next one.
All right.
Hey. Here's something easy. Who's gonna read? You want to pick on somebody?
I love picking on people.
Yeah. That's what teachers are about.
I'm learning.
except for handing out $100 bills.
I don't know. Haggard, you want to read?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nipa no nomong
Nyongmong.
nyongmong chen
Mhm.
gi yi nyongmong shi po
Good.
jigso kla dawa
Mhm. Good.
dang nao
Good.
nyam be nagyo
Good.
dang dakla chakpa dang marikpa dang tak tu sumpar denpa
Mhm.
de de
Hey.
de de
Hey.
de
Yeah.
ni number shepa kunne nyomong be ne so.
Nice.
Good.
Okay, good. Second point, which is going back to the first point before.
Yeah.
Okay. Nyomon Bachenki Yi.
That's long for negative consciousness.
Yeah, negative state of mind
Mhm.
has 4 different,
Yeah. All 4 negative emotions.
yeah, all 4 negative emotions. Jito Lata, the view of destruction, right? Okay. Now the pride that thinks of itself as me. By the way, I assert that Ngao Nyambe Ngagyo in this book is not the same as the Ngao Nyambe Ngagyo in your first book.
Really?
Yeah. In his first book, he had how many mental functions in the back, in the appendix?
51.
I remember fixing them in the gym in Cottonwood
Okay.
because B had trouble opening her locker. And I had an hour in the lobby. Pride which thinks me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pride which focuses on me. So normally that's just one of the 9 or 11 forms of pride in general. But here I think it's a special thing where you're thinking self-existently. See what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a difference. Okay. And 3, Dakwa Chakra. Is that oh
yeah.
This is just chakra towards that. You know what I mean?
But he had explained it as
he explains it.
Yeah, he explained it as
wanting to feel good.
Yeah.
Okay. And Maripa Dan Dr. Sungden. Misunderstanding is continuously linked to okay. Whatever comes before Dang would normally be what you're connected to. You see what I mean?
But then what is so continuously linked to ignorance?
Yeah. I mean, that's legally what it says.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. These are the negative states of consciousness. Okay.
Yeah.
That part we expect. The other part we didn't expect. Okay. How it provides an opportunity for the general awareness at the next moment. We don't know why. Okay. Okay. You want to keep going there? Did you do more?
Yeah. You read that last sentence again after the K?
Yeah.
Dating membership this. I think he's summarizing those 4. You see what I mean? That's a totally messed up state of consciousness.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Next paragraph.
Robin's like, I'm out of it.
And Rob like disappeared. You want to come back?
Allison. Yeah.
Shopping.
Yeah, now I want to be called Xiaoping.
You do? Shopping?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, whatever you want. I can mispronounce your name in any way. Please read this.
Thank you. Nampa Shepani, Hang Ne Chik Po Ni Kiela Ni, Penny Nyongmong Pachendu, Chapade, Yula Lampa Rikpe, Cheer Nampa Shepa.
Yay. Good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, wait. Yeah, try to show both at the same time.
Okay, how about
this consciousness? Good. Kane Chikun Kela. Yeah.
The chick ball I was wondering about. Does that mean first here again?
That which by itself.
Okay.
Right?
That's what I decided on.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
Well, I would say its first condition is that it provides a place for the arisal of consciousness. That's what he's saying.
Mm,
And then secondly, okay,
yeah.
so the first one here is somehow it has to be, it's just providing you a place, okay,
Mhm.
by itself, maybe.
Yeah.
And then secondly, it makes you messed up. That's easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Makes you messed up-ish, right?
Yeah.
Chandu. Okay. Which
Mhm.
is to say, yeah, no, I think he's explaining Nyunyi.
Mm,
You see what I mean? Nyunyi. I think the second piece here describes Nyun.
mm.
The third piece describes Yi.
Oh, wow.
And how he got I guess Nyun Yiki number ship or something like that. You see what I mean? But he's explaining why we call it a number shipper. Because it is aware of its object, it is a consciousness.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, we call it a consciousness because it's aware of its object.
Mm,
You see what I mean?
yeah. Sure.
So I think this paragraph is explaining the name. You see what I mean?
Yeah, that makes total sense.
Okay.
Yeah, the first part, yeah, Nampashepa, and then the next part.
Yeah. No, yeah, the first part goes back to number ship.
Mm, okay.
But that's the part we don't understand. It provides a place, right?
Okay.
It provides a space for consciousness. Okay. Okay, let's make shopping do the next one.
Okay.
Last one.
Đem mà thắc và thắng nó xem picture ít ní năm pa ní so sheso.
Yeah. We say she, it comes in two forms, number ni, because number one, it's a dematagyan.
Yeah, it's a thing that will occur immediately after.
No, it provides a space for what occurs immediately after.
Okay.
See what I mean?
Yeah, it is a condition which provides a space.
Yeah,
for what will
good.
occur immediately after.
And secondly, easy,
And it's a messed up state of mind,
which ngars them.
which thinks me.
Yeah, me. Okay, got it?
Mhm.
We still don't understand the first one. He has had a long quotation from Master Sangha. It doesn't really help us understand the first one.
Mm.
Is there a karmic reason why?
That the Nuni would provide a space
For your
normal
awareness?
consciousness.
Normal or suffering, maybe.
Well, if it's Luma 10, if it's neutral, it's like some kind of neutral template or something.
I mean, is it possible that the existence of egotism, say, is what creates the karma to have a messed up state of mind in the next moment?
That's what happens to me.
That's an interesting question, but it's not clear, and I don't think anyone's talked about it yet. It bothers me. Okay, all right. Again, let's go. I get to go
Thank you.
now.
Yeah, your
Yay.
turn. Thank
Let's
you.
go back to Grandpa.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. Where is this guy? Now I have a proposal. Ta-da!
That's Golden Key again.
I know
Oh, okay. You know.
there's a method to my madness. What is that?
I don't know why it
That
didn't pop
golden
up.
key? That's not the golden key.
It happened.
Here,
No, it's
let me
not.
switch here.
Something happened.
That's me. There we go.
Yeah.
Can you guys see points at which?
That's
Okay, good. I got lost in Tsongkhapa in his commentary. He's commenting on his own poetry. Okay, so it was so difficult that when we first tried to translate this book, we gave up. And we went to an easier explanation of the same poetry. And we finished it and we published it. And it's well done. And I think it's a great contribution to this topic. But I want to go back to the verse that we're supposed to be at, which to me, when I get lost, I like to go back to where the hell am I supposed to be? Okay, so here's the verse from Word's first book. Can you read? Gopa?
Sure again. Gopa nyamshak nekyabdu wangtob ja chom partuko.
Yeah, and verse 34 what's the book by Tsongkhapa called that we're reading the poetry of?
Difficult points.
Difficult points in mind and
Foundation consciousness.
refrigerator consciousness. and it's a pun or something because he didn't say difficult points in messed up mind. He called his book Difficult Points in Mind and Storehouse Consciousness. He did not say difficult points in messed up mind and storehouse consciousness. Why he left out the messed up part would be a doctoral thesis, okay? But here's his poetry. And what's he discussing with at this point?
He's talking about when does the negative consciousness cease? Like when are you free of negativities, and how does that relate to the existence of the negative consciousness?
And under what conditions can you stop the negative part of your mind? Which is kind of the equivalent of nirvana or something. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Like under what conditions can the negative state of mind be stopped? And that's why we got into these two functions of negative state of mind. Number one, it messes you up. Number two, it provides an opportunity for the awareness of the general awareness. Then if you stop it, doesn't that cause problems? Okay, got it? Good? Here's the original poem. This is the verse we're in. Okay? It is stopped temporarily.
Make up.
In cessation meditation means when you're so deep into meditation that your general mind and the various functions of the mind are temporarily frozen. On a gross level. On a deep level, they're not. Okay? So during a deep meditation, your negative state of mind, number 7, blinks out or goes into frozen mode or something like that. Okay? Then he says, and in the meditation, capital T, what's he mean? What's the meditation? Yeah, direct perception. Okay. This is why we translated it with a the. Okay? If you say meditation, it's a problem. Okay? Lots of people are in meditation and they're having negative meditation. Like every time you hate somebody. Okay. So those are two temporary conditions under which the negative part of you is shut down or temporarily frozen, okay, to come back later. And then here's the ultimate conditions. It is stopped finally. When power is achieved, what's that mean? We had it in his vocabulary.
Wang Top, it means achieving a certain level of bodhisattva on the 8th level on up.
Yeah. And I believe it's an advanced level and something like that. Okay. And if you become a Dachoma Arhat. Okay. If you become in this school, if you become an Arhat, you lose your 7th consciousness forever. Okay. You have no more negative consciousness. Okay. So don't forget that's where we are. Okay. And by the way, I read his commentary, his first book. It doesn't help at all here. That guy skipped this whole section. Okay.
Smartly.
That's why his book is easier. By the way, there's another verse that relates to this topic. Okay, the next verse. And we're going to get to this verse, okay? Yeah. There's problems if you get rid of your negative consciousness, okay? We'll get to that later, all right? Okay, let's go to the actual book that we're supposed to be in. Hang on. Okay, so we finished these 4 parts.
Yeah.
Right. Really cool. Okay. And we marked
the golden key, Geshe. I'm sorry.
Sorry, what?
You still see the golden key.
Share your screenshot.
Reshare.
Thank you.
Can you see it? Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, these are the 4 sections that Word translated. And by the way, we made a mark of differences between the ancient scriptures quoted by Tsongkhapa and the ancient scriptures as they exist in our database. Okay, and there's a problem here, Mr. Brady, that they were just establishing the translations of the ancient Indian literature during Tsongkhapa's time, and he preferred other translations, and he quotes those. And then those translations, because they didn't make it into the big one, got lost. They were on paper. The big one was on wood. So when you have a quotation by Tsongkhapa from the Indian classics in one of his books, oftentimes it's different from the version we have.
Yeah.
And the differences are, somebody should write a book about the differences because he preferred a different translator. And this is a great translator who was one of the people who was first sent to get Atisha. And he, by the way, is the only one who survived of his group. And then he came back, Nakto, and he survived and came back. And Johnson Copper prefers, that was 400 years before Tsongkhapa. Okay, but he prefers his translation. Okay. Anyway, sometimes it helps to read the difference. Okay. There's the version that we have in the Derge carving. Okay. And we mark the differences, which words graduate students are going to study. Okay, let's get this bigger. Who's going to read word? This is a big piece. You could really frustrate someone.
Yes. Tracy.
Oh, okay.
Tracy, you want to read?
Hi, thank you.
Sure.
Kalke Wang Tope Sempadang Dra Champa Dang Pakpe Nyam Shak Na Nyon Yi Mena Te Dak Na Yi Shekyang Mepar Gyurte Yi She Ki Da Kien Nyon Yi Mepe Chiro Yang Wang Topa Tang Dra Champe Nyam Yi Ni Ye She Topar Ngirte Jikedu Yun Mong Chen Yi Nye Gyurpe Nyam Ni Ye She Jupar Ja Shepatar Yun Yi Dokpe Chiro Shena.
Nice. Wow, you're amazing. I don't know. I told you this. I don't know what drug you took. Okay. Share, yeah. Okay, here we go. I mean, one day she didn't know any Tibetan, and then the next day she's reading it quite well. I don't know. Kelte Wan Tope Sempa. Yes, if Sempa, if this means Chanchu Sempa, you see what I mean?
Oh, you think?
Right? Yeah.
Oh, so the D is,
Yeah.
where's the D?
No, I mean, it's a nickname. If a Chanchu Sempa who has Wang Topa.
Yeah, okay.
If you got one of those special bodhisattva who's got power, which is advanced 8th level, 9th level, 10th level, okay?
Is it a Dhampado game without the power?
Oh, right. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Or a Drachomba.
Arhat, someone who's achieved Nirvana?
Yeah. Or a person in Parpe Nyam Shak.
Someone in the meditation?
Of the direct perception emptiness. Nyen Yi Me.
They don't have a functional Nyani?
Oh, no, they just don't have function. They don't have
one at all?
Negative consciousness at all. During those states, the negative consciousness is shut down. Okay? Out of the 8 kinds of consciousness in the which school? Mind-only school, they only have 7. Okay, which is kind of nirvana. All right. If they don't have negative state of mind at that moment, okay, got it? At that moment, I say they also don't have Yikin number 2.
Yeah, they don't have mental consciousness.
They don't have any consciousness at all because they lack the negative state of mind, which provides an opportunity for the general consciousness of the next moment. According to you, then these people in these high spiritual states should stop thinking at all. And that's this controversial second function of the negative mind, okay? And I would have the same problem. You know, okay, so why should I shut it down? Because then it's going to shut down my whole mind. Okay? They wouldn't have it. By the way, this is a Shenar.
Right. It's a question.
This whole thing is one long objection from somebody. Okay. He says, well, then according to you, if they shut down the negative consciousness, they shut down their mind. Kirte, why? Because the Nyunyi, which provides the dakin of Yikin number Shepa, me.
Yeah, because the Nuni, which provides the boss condition, the main condition of the mental the general consciousness, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, and I'll give you a little piece here.
Okay.
Dakin, which means a condition within the person, also sometimes means it doesn't mean the main factor anymore. It means factor included in a particular individual, and that's what it feels like here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because that particular person.
Yeah, that particular person's mind will be shut down. Why?
Because they lost the Nuni for that period of time, therefore they can't
lost their negative consciousness. And according to everybody, we just had Arya Sangha.
Right.
The negative consciousness is what allows your mind to continue. Huh? Okay, it's really irritating. Probably why my mind is continuing.
Again, maybe that name's existence then.
Well, you still have the same problem that if you suddenly get rid of all your negativities, you would stop thinking.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable. Okay.
Not if you didn't have a mind.
Okay, now that's the first half of his objection. If what you say is true, then when you achieve these high spiritual states, you should become mindless. Because the thing that provides the opportunity for the continuation of mind itself is missing. Then secondly, Yang, also, if you're a Wang Topa guy,
someone who's achieved power in 8th bodhisattva level or up,
or you're a Dachomba,
someone who has achieved nirvana,
you should have achieved Nyam Ni Yeshe.
You should have achieved the wisdom which is one of the transformations of mental function.
Exactly.
Discrimination has become equalized.
It's weird, equivalent wisdom. It's a state of a high bodhisattva. Okay. The 5 keeps transformed. The 5. So Nyamni Yeshi means equivalent wisdom. Roughly sees all things as emptiness. How's that? Equally. Something like that. Okay. So he says, let's take those high arhats and those high bodhisattvas, okay? They should have achieved equivalent wisdom, right? Why do you say that? Well, look, Nyomon Chen Yi Negir Bei. Here, Negir is what you said.
Transform?
Yeah. They have transformed the negative state of mind, and it has transformed into equivalent wisdom.
Yeah.
Okay, to a high state of knowledge. Okay, because all of your, especially in Diamond Way, each one of your heaps transforms into one of the 5 great wisdoms, which connects to the 5 Buddha families.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So he says, well, they should have had this negative state of mind. It should have shifted into this higher wisdom, which sees all things as equal, meaning empty. Okay, got it? Shepatar, Nyunyi Do.
The Nyunyi stop, ends.
Yeah.
Reverses.
Well, I think he means here negative state of mind would stop because it has been transformed into a different state of mind.
Neutered.
You see what I mean? Your tendency to be negative has transformed into a tendency to treat all beings equally in a way. Okay? All right? In which case you don't have negative mind anymore. And then you wouldn't have any mind anymore. But you do have a mind because it transforms. So he says, I don't get it. I don't see how you can say it provides an opportunity of mind. And that if we lost it, it would provide no opportunity for the continuation of a transformed mind, which is now a different kind of wisdom. Okay? He's got those problems. I would have the same problems. I like Vayakarna Gupta, some Indian dude. Alright.
So silly question. Why does he separate out the eighth level bodhisattvas and above as arhat?
Yeah, it is interesting because
wouldn't arhat also include?
yes, and that's exactly true. But once you get through the seventh bodhisattva, Bhumi, you should be an arhat anyway. No need to mention it. But maybe it means non-bodhisattva.
Yeah, he means, Wangtopa means someone on the bodhisattva track who became an Arya
And
and then achieved power.
then when he says Gachomba, maybe he's implying lower track.
Yeah,
Lower
exactly.
I think so.
I think so too.
I think that's correct. Okay.
Yeah.
By the way, I went and got some relevant quotations. He says it's by Chandragomi, right? Or somebody else said it's by Chandragomi here, and I don't find it.
Okay.
So anyway, you can spend some time and look at it.
I think I did spend some time. I couldn't find it.
Makes me feel better. And suddenly, he shifts out of that verse we had.
He's done?
He's done with that verse. He's done with saying that there are temporary losses of negative state of mind and there are permanent losses of negative state of mind. And then suddenly this other verse comes in. And apparently it's Tsongkhapa's answer to what question?
Well, what about arhats and Wangtopa?
Yeah, what happened to their brain? He's concerned, the same concern I would have. If their negative consciousness is what provides an opportunity for the moment of consciousness that comes next, then shouldn't they just disappear? Or they don't exist anymore. And then he throws in this 35 verse 35. Okay, and we're gonna go there. He's gonna take us there. Okay. Who's up, Wood?
Oh, let's see.
I feel like I'm dodging a bullet to get through this class without my brain exploding. Very irritating. I spent like 5 hours on this. I was like, man, I hope I can get too far.
Ken, you want to read this line? It's short.
You there? You want to come up? Oh, Tim.
Not
Tim. Tim's amazing.
Is he translating? Oh, of course it is. That's why it's such a good.
By the way, we got to thanks to the translators. How many there are? I don't know, 18 or something. That he's translating into Vietnamese. He's translating this stuff into Vietnamese as we go, which is weird. By the way, I propose, Nick, that we make a more concentrated effort during the Q&A time to take questions in the opposite way. Because we haven't so far. And I think it would make people feel more included if they could ask a question in Vietnamese or ask a question in Chinese, and then it was translated this way. Because we don't do that. And it occurred to me that there's probably a lot of people who can't speak English who would love to ask a question. So let's try it. When you start your Q&A, can you try that?
I don't mind.
We got 7 more minutes.
Okay. Anastasia Mansurova, do you want to read this line?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Đi đến là nhắm sát này yo mê đắng đi y de giặc ba đam chema cheje pao.
Nice. Good. Di Len La means my answer to the above concerns. Okay. Is we're gonna examine 2 questions. Chepa means we're gonna examine 2 questions. First one is what word?
What happens to the mind during the meditation?
In the deep state of meditation, do you or do you not have a state of mind? Okay, that's the first question. And then the second, by the way, that question's coming because supposedly in deep meditation, your negative state of mind is suspended. Which implies that your whole mind should stop. Because that's one of the 2 functions of negative state of mind. Okay, so that's going to be the first debate here. The second debate is going to be
whether or not you possess a mind which is stained, which is messed up.
Yeah. Do you have a state of mind at all when you're in a deep meditation if negative state of mind is suspended? Period. First question. Second question, if you do have a state of mind during that period, would it still have impurity or not? In which case it would be a negative state. Whoa. Then it would come back. Okay, good questions by the other guy. By the way, Tsongkhapa rarely lets a fool talk in his book. The questions that people pose to him in his book, when he creates an opponent, he creates smart ones. He creates good ones. And I really respect that. That's sort of amazing. Okay. All right, who's going to read? Do we have time?
5 minutes.
Yeah. You can read the whole part two.
Who wants to read? It's pretty long. I'll pick Jessica. Jessica, do you want to read? Are you available?
Yeah, thank you, teacher.
Sure.
Tháng Puni nhắm sắc y sẽ giang khi sắc yun chepe lúc pani mete con trele kun si the nhung yang nam se chích y thang len chích chúc pa ten pe chia thang nhắm sắc y sẽ mít pa kun si nhé sinh gửi thiên yang kun si le chúng là xúc trúc ta re xúc la tao.
Nice. Excellent. So in his answer, he's going to quote Gongdo. What's Gongdo?
Oh, the book about what I really thought.
Yeah, who wrote? It's a commentary. It's a commentary on what I really meant. Who wrote it?
Lord Buddha.
Lord Buddha. So it's not in the commentaries. It's a sutra.
Yeah.
It's a sutra called a commentary. Okay, what I really meant. Okay. Tsongkhapa is quoting it here, and you will not find this quotation in the sutra. Okay, or anything close. Okay. Now, here's the thing. This is why I spent 2-3 hours on it. And I didn't get my DSCU work done. Down below on the next page, he's going to quote that sutra again. And that quotation also is not in the sutra. Whoa. But it's quoted in Dunsa.
Oh, it is?
From the sutra.
Both of them or just the one?
No, only the second one. Okay, so his unknown author, which may be Vasubandhu, but probably not, quotes a sutra in a version that no one else ever heard of. And I found the second quotation. Tsongkhapa has pulled his second quotation of the what I really meant from that commentary. And that's a part of what I really meant that no one else ever heard of. Okay, so it was reasonable to assume the first part that he pulled from the same sutra should be pulled from that same commentary, but it's not. And where it's pulled from, I've searched 5,000 books, it's not in there. So go figure. All right, good luck. But by the way, the fact that we have John Brady's databases, no one in history has had that capability to find those things. Nobody ever for 2,000 years. So we're extreme. We should do it. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, don't throw things.
I know, don't get so excited.
That's gotta be so. Okay, he gets excited. He's setting up for a show, big show tomorrow.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I hope my alarm doesn't go. Don't really read word. Yamcha can say
Namsha Gitseyang, that during the time in which you with that meditation is occurring.
Yeah, good. Yiki Ze Gyun, the Gyun of the Ze of the Yi.
That the very substance of the mind has been
the flow.
The flow has been
flow of the flow of the raw material of the mind itself.
Has been cut,
low,
ended,
meh.
So it don't exist.
Or he could be saying it is not.
But he has a knee here again.
Yeah. Well, he could be saying that what do you call it? Discontinuation is not the case. He could be saying that.
Okay.
Okay, it's not the case that your mind discontinues when you're in deep meditation. Okay. Because Gongdel says this sutra, which doesn't say it. Okay. By the way, the key here is kunshi, which means what?
Foundation consciousness.
Yeah, refrigerator mind. It's only mentioned 3 times in the whole sutra, and this is not one of them. Okay, so kunshi de nyungyang, what's that mean?
The foundation, that foundation consciousness is also lessened or somehow made less.
Good. Even if kunshi shrinks to its smallest form, even if the refrigerator shrinks to its smallest form, let's say, you still have a namshe, which is jupa, which is
continuing
on, in conjunction with
the nuni.
Yi, he says. We don't know if he's talking about Yi. Okay.
Mind.
By the way, I think the Dodegongyo does mention Yi. So anyway, temperature. And Nyamsha could say.
And as well during the meditation.
Good. Mikpa kunshi nye. If you think about it, I think you can get it right. It requires pausing.
The nye is funny again.
Nye what?
Yeah, I figured like close or which takes
who takes kunshi as its
exactly, which takes us when the nuni
good
takes kunshi as its object.
Good. That kunshi is close at hand.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
When the negative state of mind is looking at the refrigerator and calling it Michael,
right?
That state of mind, that refrigerator mind, is close at hand to the negative state of mind. Negative state of mind is communing with your foundation consciousness and saying, that's me. So it's close at hand, which implies that the negative state of mind has not
stopped,
shut down. Okay, that's what he's trying to say. You know, its object is right there. So come on, it's not like it's shut down. Okay, and it continues to be a gyuiken,
a cause or causal condition, but a cause.
Yeah, it continues to be an immediate condition.
For the arisal of the foundation consciousness, for it to happen.
It says kunshi lei,
from which it occurs. So the negative consciousness actually occurs due to the foundation consciousness.
That's tricky.
Whoa. Okay. So it's watching the thing that it's part of and it's happening due to.
Is it a karmic result? Is the negative part of your mind a karmic result?
Everything is, so yes.
Then it must be coming from kunshi.
Right, because everything
from the
is
refrigerator.
Right.
That's an interesting back and forth. Because we just heard that the negative state of mind had to provide the immediate cause for everything else. And now the kunshi is providing the opening for nyunyi. Okay. So tuta.
Just like this other 6 collections of
if you see this cup, then the seed for that has been in your foundation consciousness. It opened, and then you saw the cup. In fact, the cup is in
my
foundation consciousness. Yeah, okay.
Due to my negative consciousness, which is in my foundation consciousness.
Now that's an interesting question. Okay. Then suplatao means then you can look at blue. The famous example is blue. Where?
Not outside.
Yeah, inside your mind. And that leads to the final statement, and I'll go sit down and we'll do Q&A with Word. Where is the blue?
The blue is inside is
inside your foundation consciousness. And what is emptiness according to the 3rd school of Buddhism?
No outside.
Peace.
It's not thinking that the thing that you're witnessing as you witness is happening outside.
Yeah, it's understanding that the blue is not outside. Even when you see a blue thing, this coat. Sorry, these pants that I can't show you. that you think is outside. Okay, if you believe it's outside, to understand that it's not outside is a perception emptiness. Now, last thing, for $100, everyone goes. How would that help you as a person?
Because you would think when you were yelling at your husband or your husband's yelling back at you, you'd be like, this is just happening in my mind due to the fact that I yelled at the kids last week. So I shouldn't yell back because it's going to happen again in my mind.
$100 to the bank. All right, good class work. I'll see you later.
Thank you, Geshe.
Thanks,
Okay.
Geshe.
Is there a drink for me at all?
There's a week. No.
Can I,
Under there.
can I have some of these grapes again?
And by the way, everybody, after the afterwards discussion here, and then we have Petrie World News, and after that, we will have a Q&A with Tim Lowenhaupt. So stay tuned for that. And ask questions in your language, and we will entice your translators to translate it into English for us. Go
Yes,
ahead.
any language that we know.
This discussion. Discussion.
Q&A or discussion? Either way.
Okay.
Oh, either, whatever.
Bring up something controversial.
Sure. Thank you so much. Sorry. So our last point was pretty controversial and difficult. And that's the whole point of our book, right? So Jason Kappa is taking all the hardest parts of the mind-only school, which is like, there's like about 60 books, and it's like, I don't know, thousands of pages. But somehow, I don't know how, he knew all of it, and he's extracting all the most hard parts from there and talking about it and discussing it. And so right now we're discussing a point which I had never heard about, which is that the negative part of your mind, and which is the part you want to get rid of, right? That's every school of Buddhism is trying to somehow reach a state of happiness and then further on, right? So that part of your mind, what it's doing is supposedly, according to this section, it creates by its very nature a space where things can occur. So we're asking the question, if that is true, then there's all these difficulties that arise from there. And the last point, which I probably think is the strangest or most difficult of them, is that the thing that you're in, everything is in your foundation consciousness, the 8th part of your mind. Okay? Everything according to this school. And so that includes the 7th part of your consciousness. So supposedly the 7th part of your consciousness somehow is a cause or condition for everything else to occur. And yet it has to occur due to the 8th part of your consciousness. So it kind of sets up a cycle which seems difficult to figure out which one does which and what is happening. So that's what we could discuss, or something completely different. I don't care. Tim, do you have a question or a comment? Oh, wait, no, he's translating. Anybody? The Geshe on the front row.
I mean, I have a thought, and then you guys can discuss, okay?
Yes, sir.
We're trying to figure out why negative state of consciousness should provide an opportunity for the mind of the next moment. And is it related to karma? You know, and is the mind of the next moment, is it assumed that the mind of the next moment is suffering? That's my, I'm just gonna throw that out. You know, I don't know.
I have a couple comments about that, Kim.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Well,
and by the way, we also got arhats in there, so
yeah. Well, it's talking about arhats and these other high beings in the sense of they have somehow overcome this. So if they overcome negativity, then what these consciousness, everyone's supposed to have them. So if, you know, is it like a lobotomy? Is it how, where does it go? But in this school as well, the kunshi itself, the foundation consciousness, has some kind of negative value attached to it. it's not considered like a neutral thing. It is stained. So both of them have some kind of stain quality. So I'm always like, but it's the foundation of everything. So to me, it's quite confusing. I don't know.
Well, all the seeds there are dirty seeds.
Okay.
Can we say that?
We can say that.
I mean, if its function is to hold the seeds, and all the seeds are dirty seeds.
That makes sense. So is it, and then you got to talk about the relationship with the seeds and the foundation consciousness, which we have discussed in depth in our first book, The Golden Key, which you should buy at Diamond Cutter Press.
No, you shouldn't buy it. You should sign up for the night time.
Oh, and you'll get it for free.
And you get. You just have to pay for the.
It's a free gift.
Can you summarize the problematic conclusion about the equal wisdom part? Like,
Yeah.
I didn't get it clearly.
Okay. Stanley asked a question about somebody had an objection in our book, and their objection was, hey, Jason Kappa, if what you're saying is true, then what about when people reach these high states of no negativity? Isn't it supposedly the case that their mind becomes something like beautiful, where everyone is equal in the sense of their emptiness and so forth? What about them?
Dr. Brady. Is he there? His specialty in Diamond Way, one of his specialties is to find beauty. And one of those implies the nadir or the transformation of your five heaps, your negative five heaps.
Right.
And the one which transforms into the equivalent wisdom.
Geshe, again, right? Discrimination. I'm almost definite it's Geshe.
Then you don't discriminate anymore.
Right.
Something like that. So why did he bring that up?
Yeah.
Why did he bring up that particular wisdom?
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I do have a comment about the base question or the point, which is, I think, because what did we discuss just prior to this? We discussed the four negative emotions that relate to the Nuni, and the nine in all, 4 + 5, mental functions that relate to it. And the group of 5 is those omnipresent mental functions. Yeah. So I think part of it is in that. Because think about it, if the Nuni, the negative consciousness, is always accompanied by 5 states which you have all the time, one of which is discrimination, right? Discrimination, contact, thinking, attention, and feeling, right? So if somehow to engage those 5, you have to engage the Nuni, then that would mean it is necessary for the Nuni to have all those 5 perceptions, which are always happening.
I think Nuni has those 5, always has those 5, but that's not the only place where the 5 live. I think. I would say that.
Right. Aren't the 5 also associated with general consciousness, the main mind?
Well, the main mind in this school is Kunshi, not
Kunshi.
It's Kunshi, and they are associated with Kunshi, and it was in the book. It was in the early part of the book. So I agree.
Okay. I meant the cyclic consciousness.
Right, but if the Nuni has to constantly engage the Kunshi due to the fact of the me, then anytime the Nuni engages, which is all the time if you're samsaric, if you're someone who hasn't achieved Wang Top, Jachom, and Pakpe Namshak, right? So therefore, those 5 are always constantly being engaged by the Nuni. So therefore, it's still relevant, even if there's other places those 5 can occur. Joshua disagrees. Oh. He says no, but I don't know, there's something to be explored there. I mean, that's where only place Geshe is relevant or has been mentioned. So I don't know though.
I want to find out why they're calling negative state of mind necessary for the continuation of mind itself.
How would we find out?
Yeah, or where are we going to go? Where are we going to get some help?
I don't know. I would I would make a separate mind only folder, and I would just search Dema Tak or Dema Takken,
Good.
and then like poke around. I don't know. That would be a good start.
Oh yeah, my proposal was to go to other mind only commentaries in the Sumo,
Mm.
you know, which are probably gonna try to deal with problems in Tsongkhapa.
Right. Right. Yeah, are there commentaries to the commentary?
Oh, there's many.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So
Forget I asked that.
Yeah,
Next books.
this one is easily the greatest.
Wow.
There should be other people like John Shepa who have discussed it.
That'd be cool. We might need that.
We might need that.
Yeah.
They truly done or any mind only.
By the way, all the mind only school symbol works are cataloged in a separate folder.
Oh, that's cool. So we can search both of them.
You can turn those on to that.
Tengir and Kangir or Sumbum.
No, just Sumbum. And then you create a search field and go for just that field. And then you look for things.
Exactly. So
you can do that.
Yeah. I'll do it again. Okay, that's time. Yeah.
It is time, but there's a birthday.
Oh, you have to do the red.
There's a birthday. Okay. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
And many more.
Let's do a prediction.
Yeah. It's my cake.
He gives you a page number.
Okay. Yeah, you hold the cake. I'll hold the book.
Okay. The interpretation of what.
Okay. All right, your page number like 1 to like 400 something. 457.
Be like 54, like my age.
Wow. All right. All right, here we go. Okay. We don't let images out of the temple, snarls the keeper. At this point, a question naturally arises. If the two incorrigibles are the Wesley twins, then by pure and simple logic, the temple keeper himself is Argus Filch. I have no idea what part of the book is this. Argus Filch.
Oh, yeah.
It's all about the paintings. Okay, let's talk about paintings then.
Okay, maybe I take a picture after.
Yeah. So there's a thing called what do you call it? Meeting the Dharma, Chunjel, right? And I think it's amazing. When you go to a temple, they don't say you look at the pictures or something. They say like you meet like these amazing these angels, these beings. So I think it bodes well to think about that in your next year.
Okay, I already many angels here. Thank you.
Let's take care of
it. Yeah.
Okay. Now for Future World News.
Thank you, Word.
Yes, thank you.
For fun class.
Thank you, Geshe. Thank you.
Mr. Fun.
Hey. Thank you, Word, for coming. Yeah. And thank you. Yeah, no. He's gonna be tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a special program at 6 a.m. By the way, anybody who's here locally, it's invited if you want to come. 6 a.m. is difficult, but if you can make it, we're gonna provide coffee and snacks.
Where?
It's gonna be at Xiaoping Stanley's house in Rimrock. If someone wants to come and you don't know where it is, talk to us at the end and I'll let you know. If you don't want to come live, you can join online and we're gonna show the poster in a few more moments. But first, Yeah, they could. So yeah, okay. We were listening to this very interesting discussion in the Mind Only School. And when Geshe was talking about like how to say a problem comes up, what happens if this mind depends on this mind, but at the same time, one of these minds is creating the other mind, so they seem to be mutually dependent. There may be a problem. I don't know, but it seems that there may be a problem. So there is a very interesting and relevant topic that it's coming up very soon, and we want to invite people. It's in preparation of The Angel Debates the Devil. We want to show a poster because some of our friends are gonna be, number one, sharing some classes that Geshe Michael has taught about it, and then they are gonna kind of lead a discussion on it. And for that, we have with us here Niklas Shaw. He's gonna be leading one of these discussions, and we want to have a brief talk about it.
What's the model?
Sure,
I think
sure.
he's-
Yeah.
When he was younger, I don't know, just kidding.
It's Juan. It's Juan.
Like Johnny O.
It kind of looks like Johnny O, yeah.
Yeah. Could you tell us a little bit about what are you intending to do with this? And this is what I thought when I hear like these interesting ideas coming up in the Mind Only School. Then I thought like, well, in The Angel Debates the Devil, I think one of the jobs of the angel is to clear even the finest maybe mistakes that our inner misunderstanding could have. Why are you involved in this project, and what you hope for you yourself to achieve and for the people to achieve if they attend?
Wow. Big questions with such little time. I'm involved because I love this book, and I'm just helping out with some friends in the Asian Classics Institute to share or to help kind of promote excitement about this event, because Geshe Michael, for the first time in several years, is going to be teaching this book again. And I'm really excited about it because I was going to the live classes of this book and was really into it. It's cool because it's very different from probably any other book that I've seen so far that we have in our database. It's the writer is speaking from the perspective of ignorance, or what we can call the devil. And he's saying, yeah, just think emptiness is this. Just think emptiness is like nothing, but he gets increasingly subtle in his mistaken views. So he starts explaining emptiness almost as some way that we would accept it. So it gets confusing where we're trying to understand, is this the angel or the devil? Is this a correct explanation of emptiness or not? And the idea is that it's the devil. It's a mistaken idea that we might still be holding on to. So I think it's a really cool text if we are interested in meditating on emptiness and trying to see emptiness. It's a really cool book to help us refine our understanding of this, very subtle and slippery idea. So
okay, and this first session is happening on Wednesday, May 15th.
Yeah, so I'm going to get up at 6 a.m. for you guys. So come get up with me.
And just quick question, what school is this book written in?
Oh, that's interesting. So far, I believe that it's written from the perspective of the middle way, the angel, the one who's trying to lead us to the correct understanding of emptiness. And then the misunderstandings are from all different kinds of perspectives with respect to emptiness. And there's also mistaken explanations of contemplation and meditation.
And when you say middle way, which of the two parts do you mean?
I guess you'll have to tune in to see, but
we will have to see. It seems that we have a good friend here that wants to add something to advertisement.
Yes.
Great.
So Geshe Michael just looked at me and said, "Oh my God, you'll have a class tomorrow at Wednesday at 6 a.m." And no, he does not.
Oh no, I do. So it's fine, Geshe.
Okay. What we're doing is, back in the COVID days, we recorded 3 episodes of The Devil Debates the Angel, Angel Debates the Devil, and we never released those videos.
Oh, exclusive content.
So this is so this is exclusive content. So we're going to be releasing those 3 episodes as a warm up to our event in Mexico.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. And if you want to come to Mexico, we're gonna be showing you the QR code very soon.
Yeah. And Nick has agreed to lead a deep discussion after watching that previously unreleased content of Geshe Michael's.
Wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I'm glad we are announcing this. So now you know in the audience, and I know, so we can sign up for this. Wonderful. And then the next session is going to be June 11. I think Gels is going to be leading it. And then 6 a.m. as well. And then July the 6th, just after the American wonderful Independence Day, you are going to be doing it, right?
Yeah.
That's great. The 5th?
That's the 6th.
It's going to be the 6th. So yeah, check it out. Use the QR code and sign up for it. Thank you as well. Thank you as well. So now we're going to go just to a quick review of general programs that are happening these days. So yeah, as I told you, I'm going to show the QR code if you want to sign up for tomorrow's Peachtree World News event. Then you're going to get to hear a lot of wisdom, a lot of cool projects coming up, and a lot of good projects that have been accomplished by many of our friends, teachers, and organizers. We are celebrating the great luck of having teachers and teachings in our life. So you can come online, or if you are in the area, everyone is welcome to come. We'll have, as I say, coffee and snacks for you if you come. That's our bribe. Yeah, one came all the way from Tucson for the coffee and the snacks. So that's great. Thank you for coming. No, just kidding. But now let's go to a review of what's happening these days. We want to let you know that the Impossible Anger course is still happening here in Sedona. It's going to keep going until the 21st of this month. And that very same day, there is going to be a very cool Q&A. We're going to show you the QR code if you want to sign up for that. Everyone is welcome, free of any charge. And I think it's going to be very interesting. That's going to be happening May 21st. Okay, then next, what's happening? In June, YSI is having their Lady Niguma Heart of Gold Foundation Level 1 course, the June 1st to June 4th. And just after that, they're going to go for the Advanced Teacher Training, Shine Like a Diamond, from the 4th to the 27th. If you're interested in these events, you can find more information in their website, yogastudiesinstitute.com. And then they're going to have the retreat in Japan, where Earl and Benji are going to be teaching. Enjoy the Infinite Free Life. And that's going to be June 9 to June 13. So all the first half of June, YSI events are going to be booming all over the world. Okay, next one, please. Then here is what we were talking about, the QR code if you're interested to sign up for the actual event happening July 26 to 28 in Mexico City. By then, we hope that you're going to be having a lot of context, bless you, with the pre-recordings and the, guidance classes and sessions that our friends are going to be teaching. But there is a QR code. You can start registering now. You can come live or online. Next one, please. We're almost ready for the next session. But first, we want to also encourage you, if you have a special affinity to save the planet in the sense of the environmental work, Diamond Mountain is doing a wonderful, wonderful job. They are planting many, many trees and plants. They are reestablishing the environment in order to bring more water and rain to this beautiful retreat center. I have been participating in some of these sessions, and this last time that I was in Diamond Mountain, I was already able to see the difference in the places, in the areas that Sky Harvest has been working on. Like, you can see the nature is getting power, is getting stronger. So if you're interested on this, Soon we will have some of our friends talking about this. And then that's going to be in preparation for this event, October 11th to the 20th, where Geshe Michael is going to be teaching wisdom of Ariana Gardiner and health practices as well. You can pre-register using this QR code. I think it's going to be very wonderful. Hopefully, we'll see you there. And next one, please. Just to remind you that also our friends, teacher Sarani and David Sumati, are going to be teaching the Hearts Sutra Retreat in Barcelona in October 31st to the November 10th. And finally, remind you also that Geshe Michael is going to be teaching Steps on the Path in Kyoto, December 1st to December 7th. Look what a wonderful, beautiful picture with the sakura flowers. Thanks to Xiaoping and Stanley. I think I was there when the picture was taken. It's very, very beautiful. Rob Haggerty took the picture? Oh, okay. Rob Haggerty took the picture. But they were organizing a picture session. So anyways, very, very beautiful. The city is amazing. I hope one day, if you feel interested, you can make it to Kyoto. Yes, she's so excited. Cool. That's all for now. And let's welcome Q&A. Who's leading Q&A? We go back to you, Nick. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. That's all for all. And if you can, sign up for tomorrow, 6 a.m. Peachtree World News. See you tomorrow morning for those of you who come. For not, Saturday at next translation class. Thank you.
All right. Hi, everybody. All right. So, hi. Welcome to an